Here's the news in 2 minutes. 7 Shabaab militants were killed in a gunfight that left a Kenya Defense Forces soldier dead in Gedo region of Somalia. KDF spokesman Colonel David Obonyo said the incident occurred when a vehicle carrying soldiers was hit by an improvised explosive device. Obonyo said they recovered 8 AK-47 rifles, 2 grenades, and an assortment of ammunition. The incident comes 2 days after a similar one in Baragoni, Lamu, where 5 people were killed and their bodies set ablaze by the militants during a gunfight with police officers. 3 of those killed in Lamu were a woman and 2 children who had been hiked a lift from Garissa. U.S. President Barack Obama has outlined his agenda for his highly anticipated visit to Kenya later this month. Obama says he will be keen to discuss how the U.S. government can support the progress Kenya has already made in the areas of health and education. He says his visit will also focus on the areas of corruption and terrorism, which are some of the biggest challenges Kenya faces.
My hope is that we can deliver a message that the U.S. is a strong partner, build on the progress that's been made around issues of health and education, focus on counterterrorism issues because of Shabaab and some of the tragedies that have happened inside of Kenya, continue to encourage democracy and the reduction of corruption inside that country that sometimes is held back, this incredibly gifted and blessed country.
But while acknowledging that his visit will be symbolic, he says his visits to the country as a private citizen were more meaningful to him.
I'll be honest with you, visiting Kenya as a private citizen is probably more meaningful to me than visiting as president, because I can actually get outside of a hotel room or a conference center. And just the logistics of visiting a place are always tough as president.
Gatundu South Member of Parliament Moses Kuria wants the media barred from his hate speech trial over alleged bias. His lawyer Danton Mugatana claims that Kuria had been tried and condemned by the media over alleged hate speech. The MP, who appeared before Milimani resident magistrate Teresa Nyangena, could end up in jail after the director of public prosecutions applied to have his bail cancelled for continued hate speech despite facing trial over similar charges. DPP Keriako Tobiko moved to court last week under a certificate of urgency seeking to have Kuria's bond cancelled after he was accused of making remarks inciting machete-wielding youth to kill anyone opposed to the NYS projects. And finally, Kenya will host the 5th Tokyo International Conference on African Development next year after it successfully persuaded Gambia to drop its bid to host the summit. Deputy President William Ruto, who is in Gambia, has successfully lobbied the country to support Kenya's bid to host the event that will bring African, Japanese, and international institution leaders and investors to Nairobi. Kenya has lately generated interest from global investors keen to establish manufacturing companies in the country to spur development. For more on these and other stories, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Capital FM Kenya. I'm Angela Wamboi.